Hey everyone, welcome back to 12 Days of Autumn, on to day 8, which is sweater weather. You can tell I'm posting this a little late. It was supposed to go up on Sunday and I just couldn't get this layout done. I struggled with it. So my idea here is I'm also playing along with Secret Not Secret Kit Club Challenge for the scrap party, and it was to use as many tags as you could. So I'm going to take a bunch of my fall themed pattern papers and cut up some tags with the other tag I had just on hand. This is from a Valentine's Day. And I'm going to cut out 4, thinking I'm going to work with a sketch. And you can see the sketch. I'm going to pop it up right now. This was what I was planning on doing, and it does not go this way whatsoever. I completely switch it up. So I did start with the idea of using this sketch. It's not even a sketch, it's a scrap lift. But I just couldn't make it work. You're gonna see the photo that I grabbed, even though I trimmed it down, it still was too large to go with the tags. If I wanted to do this, especially with this photo, I would have needed to make larger tags. I did not want to go back and do that, so I come up with a different idea, and you're going to see me do that here in just a minute after I figure out which pattern papers I want to use. Also, I'm going to flip that beautiful deer paper. Isn't that cool? That backside of that plaid is so pretty. It's got this deer, it's a deer head stuff. I'm not really into deers or anything. I mean, we don't hunt or anything, but I just like it. So my idea is to flip it and use the plaid side and add just them to the back like that. I'm going to bring in 2 more tags. So I bring in the pink tag that I originally started with for how to cut them up. And then I also grab, it's like a bluey colored one that went with a piece of paper I'm going to use to border my layout. I do a half border here. And to just add a little bit of added dimension and interest, I'm going to use this cut file, which is of a heart, and use some of my Shimmers products. I think this is a Vibes. It's called Glorious Day. And I'm just going to spray it, and then I do some sprinkles in all 3 of the yellows I have, which is that Glorious Day. I have Eggnoggin and one other color, and then I use a little bit of my Sunset Strip, which is like a red color. Kind of said fall to me there. And that is how I created that. So it's more I used it as a stencil to actually spray and stencil, and I still have the heart to use on another project down the road when I wanted to. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to stitch on this layout so badly, but I knew I was running behind, and I couldn't stitch on this layout. I just couldn't make it work. It would have taken me forever, and I would still be working on this before 12 Days of Autumn was even, like, we'd be done and gone and halfway through November before I'd finish this layout if I did that. So I don't stitch. Can you believe it? I think this is the first layout of the month I did not stitch, or with this series that I didn't stitch on. So yay me. But you can get the idea here. I also have this random piece of scallop on my desk. I have no idea where it came from, but it just kind of fit perfectly, so I'm going to put that on the end. I did some stitching in black around the tags, and then of course the border as well. Backed my photo with some white, and then popped it up on some fun foam. And I'm going to use the word sweater weather, and that's basically where the theme comes in. So I don't do a whole ton with the theme. I love the sweater I'm wearing, and that's kind of why I picked this photo. It is my favorite sweater. It's heavy and warm and cozy, and I love it. So the fact that you could see it, and Jackson and I are doing a Snapchat filter there, and he's just cuddling with me one evening. This is kind of what we do. Nora is down either with Sean or is already in bed, and Jackson and I spend a little bit of time before it's his bedtime. And we're normally in my room, like watching one of his shows or something, cuddle up in Sean in my bed. And it's just a tradition that we do. We love it, and it's just kind of our routine. And every once in a while, we take Snapchat photos, because I was lying on my stomach at the moment, and he just laid his head on my shoulder, and I thought it was so cute, and he wasn't even paying attention. If you look at the photo, I don't even think he's looking at the camera. He was so into his show, but I really liked it, so I wanted to scrap it and just kind of get it documented. And I felt this worked really well, because again, it's kind of highlighting my sweater, even though this layout isn't really about my sweater. It still kind of fit with the theme. I'm just kind of going with it. Now, here is where I'm like, okay, this is basically the basis of my layout. I decided to put my title up at the top. My title is a mess, you guys. I couldn't make it fit correctly. I should have used a different alpha. I didn't. I glued one of the D's down. It's stuck there. It's staying there. That's where the title is going. I just kind of go with it. And then I wanted to bring in a couple of these leaves I've had in my stash. I like them, but they're hard to use. They're so realistic. They're hard to use. And I was determined to add a few of them. So I do get a couple. I think I get 4 on this layout. So I'm pretty proud of that. I also use this yellow house that I'm never going to get that used up if I don't put it on something. So I do go ahead and use that as well. And you could see a while ago I added some string to the background, just again bringing in a little added texture and dimension to this, so there's something there. And then my goal is, I haven't done my journaling yet, but I'm going to put my journaling to the right side of the heart, and I might angle it. I'm debating about angling it. I haven't done it yet though. And then I don't know, chances are I will go back once this 12 Days of Autumn is done. I'm probably going to go back and stitch and add sequins when I find my bag of sequins that is still missing. It's probably what's going to happen. So if I do that, I'll share with you the new finished take of this layout. Also, because I decided to spray and I didn't put down gesso because I didn't actually know I was going to do that at first, my layout is warped. This is why we use gesso, is it helps keep it so that it doesn't do this, and it'll be fine once it's in a page protector, I know that, but photographing it, it's no good. So the layout on my Instagram, it's quite, you can just tell that it's a warped layout, so I apologize if that's annoying when you look at it on Instagram or at the finished layout, but I tried. This layout's the death of me. It just hated me. Now, let's talk about the fact that you got to go check out Daisy's take from Sunday. She's already posted it 2 days ago. There's a look at my finished layout. But we will be back tomorrow with our Halloween layout. So see you tomorrow, everyone. Bye.